Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 80 Knox Herman Arena for tonight's coverage of the Greater Metro Hockey League on we-tv.ca. Tonight, it's the visiting North York Renegades and the hometown Windsor Aces. I'm Justin Prince for tonight's action. In net for the North York Renegades, they will depend on Jacob Bernard. Meanwhile, back in the net for the Windsor Aces will be Zachary Uplager for tonight's action. Tonight's officials, Ken Wilson, Dave Fennick, and Tim Brooks. As we're about to get underway for tonight's action, it's game number 2 of the 2018-19 season for the hometown Windsor Aces, and it's underway from Windsor, Ontario. Aces won the face-off already going along the boards. Gonna kick it behind the net, behind Bernard, as they're battling inside the North York zone. North York gets it poked away by Alex Campbell, poked away from Campbell as they go rushing towards the back of the net. This one picked up, going towards the crease, trying to fight for it is Foti. Huge check behind the net. One player for the Aces is down. Aces going on the attack. Here comes Zack Hartig. Hartig with the pass, whiff shot attempt, no good. Zach Guilbeau trying to get the shot, couldn't get something together. 45 seconds into the action for the first period at 80 Knox Herman Arena. The Aces come into tonight 1-0 after the victory last week for their home opener. Renegades, after 2 straight home games in North York, are 2-0. They're back in their own zone. Basho passes it up the ice. Up the ice now on the side is Lacroix as that shot goes wide. This one picked up on the point. That one now picked up by the Aces. Linger onside the boards. Bashko trying to pass it out as the Aces picked up towards the slot. That shot goes off the boards from McKenzie. Brendan McKenzie couldn't get the shot on the mark as this one goes back to the slot. Another shot goes off the boards, this time from Christian D. Amanico. As now the whistle's called, we'll have our first face-off of the night. For those just tuning in here on we-tv.ca, the Windsor Aces are in their second game of the 2018-19 season. Last week, an 8-5 victory. Aces have the puck, battling outside the left side face-off dot. This one bouncing around, picked up by Alex Campbell. Passed along the boards to Mitchell Olsen. Olsen watches this one reach up the ice. Natural Joenko puts the shot up into the glove and caught by Bernard as this one's going to be another face-off. For the Renegades, like mentioned before, they are 2-0 on 2018-19 so far. A 6-0 victory against London and a 6-4 victory at home against Kingsville. They'll take on Kingsville tomorrow. Face-off won by the Renegades. Passing it off the boards, trying to get to Pentling. This will bounce alongside, still kept in the zone by the Aces, now back to the neutral zone. Aces will try and recover as the Renegades go for the line change. 18 minutes to go in the first period. Bringing it up the side is Askoff as that one's going to be bouncing off the boards. Askoff gets it to the point to Patton. This one almost deflected off the boards again. Multiple shots going off the boards for North York so far tonight. Here comes the attack now for the Aces, trying to pass it back. That one bounces off the boards. Picked up once again, this time up the ice. Here comes Joris. Joris poked off the puck, hit towards the boards. This will be picked up now by Sean Gagnon. Gagnon chasing after it. There was Alex Sagers. This one's going to bounce right off the goaltender, Zachary Uplager, as he'll cover it up for the face-off. Zachary Uplager, of course, had a good performance in his first game of 2018-19. Helping out his team, of course, the starter, the goaltender, I should say, for the Kingsville Kings in 2017-18. He's 1-0 after 41 saves last time. That one was an error save as this one Aces battling as the Renegades trying to attack in their own zone, in the Aces zone. About 17 minutes to go in the period as Patton puts the shot block. This one goes behind the net. Skating around, trying to go towards from point to point from the top of the slot. That one bounces off the pads. Picked up by the Aces. Knocked off the puck is Guilbeau. Guilbeau watches this one get knocked towards behind the back of the goaltender. Huge check by the Aces. Trying to go on the attack still is the Renegades. Goes all the way back to the neutral zone as this one, Olsen, flips it off the boards. Aces go for the line change. Aces providing pressure for the Renegades defenders. This will bounce its way down as Mariani still has the puck. Now behind the net. Sliding down against the boards as 4 different players are in that zone. This one behind the back pass by Sagers. This one picked off in the neutral zone. Here comes the attack by Foti once again. Up the right wing. One player slides into the net and we'll have a face-off with 16:14 to go in the first period. And we have an air whistle as the referees have to break up a player from the Aces and the Renegades. In 2017-18, the inaugural season for the Windsor Aces, it was a 1-1 season series. With that whistle, we have the penalty box opening up for the Windsor Aces side. It will be Alex Sagers heading to the penalty box for the first power play of the night. It will be now sent towards a second player to the box. A Renegades player has been sent to the box to the other side because of that quick discussion. You'll see that player right now to the right edge of your screen, so that's going to make things a little interesting here. It'll be 4-on-4 hockey now with a player each sent to the box for the Aces and the Renegades. Time for the face-off. McKenzie trying to win the face-off for the Renegades. Winning the face-off, though, for the Aces, Nacholchenko, as this one bounces its way back to the point. Thompson kicks it back behind the net. Trying to set it up in the slot. No one's there to pick up the pass. Renegades going from point to point behind. McKenzie, wrap around. That one stopped by the pads of Uplegger. Aces will try and clear the zone as this one bounces off the boards. Renegades back to the neutral zone. McKenzie passed it back. The quote. This one now picked up. This time Hartig. Up the ice they go. Loken up the right wing with the shot. That one off the blocker. Bounced all the way off the boards as the Aces unable to keep it inside the Renegade zone. 15:30 to go in the first period. McKenzie sets up on the right side, goes for the line change, poked back into the Renegade zone by Alex Campbell. Renegades will go on the attack, 3-on-4. This one bounces off the side. Don't think it touched the pads, might have hit the side of the net as the Aces still feeling a ton of pressure from the Renegades offense. Battle against the board, still trying to fight for the puck. This one now into the stick now of Martin Koval. Nacholchenko passes it around, picked off again by the Renegades. Puck goes by Gagnon. Chased down by Martin Koval once again. Line change coming for the Windsor Aces. 14:43 to go in the first period, as this one will be cleared down the ice and picked on up by Bernard. Renegades being patient with the attack once again. This one's going to be cleared down the ice, and this will be icing for a face-off with 14:27 to go in the first period. As you can see with the scoreboard right now, there is no score if you're just tuning in here on we-tv.ca with 14:27 to go in the first period. Face-off going to be now set up. Guilbeau will try and win it for the Aces. This one won by the Renegades. That was Michael Atskov winning the face-off for North York, as this puck's going to be covered up quickly by Bernard. And a very quick shot there. When it comes to the game last time, in 2017-18, a 3-2 victory in the inaugural game for the Windsor Aces in North York. That was in 2017-18. Then the other matchup, as mentioned, ended up splitting the season series in 8-6 victory for the North York's Renegades. And they're waiting for the face-off as Guilbeau will set up for the face-off dot once again. 14:20 will be now set onto the clock as the face-off is inconclusive. North York now has the puck. Two Aces defenders setting up. The players are out of the penalty boxes. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Line changes from both sides going to take place. Renegades have the line change quicker. Aces setting up for the defense. All 5 aces setting up as this net is knocked off the crease. Whistle called. We'll have an error face-off, this time in aces zone with 13:55 to go in the period. In the last game, the most points scored by a single player was by Zack Guilbeau. To start off the 2018-19 season, 4 points scored, including the game-winning goal with a hat trick and 1 assist. Bryce Yetman added 2 goals and 2 assists to his totals as the Renegades try and pass it from point to point. That one picked off. That was Zack Hartig who was able to pick it off. This is up the wing. Guilbeau with the shot, scores! Zack Guilbeau scores the first goal of the game to make it 1-0 for the Windsor Aces. Right to the corner of the net, too, to be able to get that goal into the net. For Guilbeau, it will be going to count as goal number 4, or at the very least, point number 5 of 2018-19. That will bring Alex Sagers to the face-off dot for the Windsor Aces. They lead 1-0 with 13:43 to go in the first period. Aces come up with the face-off. Guilbeau going from side to side to the left side, poked away on the shot. Here comes the 2-on-2. Aces defenders poke it away. Campbell's pass is picked off with the shot. And a huge glove stop by Zachary Uplegger. That could have been a huge goal for Santino Foti, who had a beauty of a shot, who has had 4 goals and an assist so far. Renegades win the faceoff. Renegades with the shot poked away. Foti trying to get another shot in. Poked against the boards now, Mitchell Olsen. Renegades poked away by Campbell. Campbell passes it on the board, still kept in the zone by the Renegades. Olsen kicks it off the boards. This will be tracked down by Blokin. Blokin watches as the wraparound goes into the stop. Zachary Uplegger will help lead to the face-off as it will be in Aces zone. Both teams broken up for the split second once again as they go for the line changes. 13 minutes and 3 seconds to go on the clock. Time for the face-off. Nachalenko will go for the face-off for the Aces as a whistle's called just after the face-off. As it looks like we might have a redraw here. They're going to have to switch face-off men for the Renegades side. For Mark Anthony Lacroix will go to the face-off dot, wins the face-off. Basho with the shot off the pads, it goes to the back of the net. Behind the net, towards the point, that one picked off. Aces kick it up the ice. 2 Aces players up the ice, whistle called, and we have a puck lift called for that one. We'll have a face-off. 12:44 to go on the clock here on we-tv.ca. Windsor Aces lead 1-0 if you're just tuning in, as the face-off will take place in the Renegade zone. Both teams are undefeated to start off their campaigns. Renegades 2-0, Aces 1-0. Renegades win the face-off. Kicked alongside the boards as this will go to the neutral zone. Here comes McKenzie up the left side with the shot. Covered up by Zachary Uplegger with the face-off coming up. And Zachary Uplegger standing on his head so far tonight. As mentioned, had 41 saves after 5 goals allowed in the first matchup. 41 shots faced, I should really say. 36 total saves. That is a save percentage of about 88%. Facing off for the Renegades, it'll be David Sally. Sally wins the face-off. Renegades, quick shot for the point. That one stopped by Uplegger. Now battling along the boards, back alongside. Kicked up forward by Hartig. Kept in the zone, though, by Noble. Noble tries to find his man in the corner. This one going to be picked up now by Guilbeau. Renegades have it again. This one bounces around off the stick of Alexander Noble as it goes back to the neutral zone. North York will have to reset with 12 minutes to go in the period. Chasing after it is the Aces. Hartig along the left side corner. This one kicked forward by Noble. towards the slot. Stop and shot by Sally. That one stopped. Noble couldn't get the rebound. Picked up by the Windsor Aces. 2-on-2 coming up. As up the ice, Guilbeau with the shot blocked. This one's going to bounce from side to side. Kept in by the Aces zone. This one towards the slot, poked away. This one off the stick of Campbell now. Olsen goes to the other side. Aces keep it in the zone. Picked up by the Renegades. They'll go up the ice now. They go for the line change. Both teams do. All the defenders for the Aces are setting up those. This bounces back to the neutral zone. 11 minutes to go now in the first period. North York goes on the attack. 3-on-2 to 2-on-2 as that one's poked away. Bounces around the crease as Uplegger makes the save. And we got a shoving match. We got helmets flying as it looks like the helmet of Mitchell Olsen has fallen off with 10:58 to go on the clock. Officials quickly breaking this one up here on wheat-tv.ca. Once again, your officiating crew today, Ken Wilson, Dave Feddick, and Tim Brooks. They will now set up for the face-off as the Renegades go for a line change before we draw. They will change their forwards line for this face-off, keep the same defenders as the Aces win the face-off. Renegades quickly trying to go on the attack. That bounced right across the crease. Could have been picked up by Gleason for a great shot. Aces now go to the neutral zone. A huge collision there. Natchalenko fell off the side. That one's caught for the stop. And Foti with another huge save. Draws another face-off as the Aces go for the face-off. Zachary Uplegger, as mentioned, played for the Kings in 2017-18. In 18 games played in just over 1,000 total minutes, had a 14-3 record. Goals allowed average of 2.8, just under a 90% save percentage as the Aces pass it up. Hartig watches as the puck bounces towards the one man up the ice. Guilbeau's shot stopped. Renegades kick it up. Campbell keeps it in the neutral zone. Bounces off the stick of Guilbeau as two of the Renegades defenders pass from side to side. 10:18 to go in the first. Hartig keeps it in the Renegade zone. Renegades trying to get it out of their own zone as instead it lands on their own bench as we'll have a face-off. They were going for a line change mid-clear attempt as well as that stops the clock. We'll have to see how they rule this one. Again, it looks like no penalty will be coming up on this one. They'll have the face-off set up just inside the neutral zone, right by the blue line for the Renegades side. When the face-off is McKenzie for North York. North York going from side to side. LaCroix bounces off the stick of McKenzie on the pass as Hartig kicks it forward for the Aces. This one now bounces to the corner. Aces now going back on the attack. Just past halfway into the first period on wheat-tv.ca. Failed pass attempt from North York. McKenzie, though, picks it back up. He's on the attack. 2-on-3. This one off the blockers of Uplegger. Goes against the boards. Aces try pass it forward. Blokin up the ice. Bounces off the stick of Gagnon. Gagnon tries to track it down. Tries to go for the check, but broken up. Uplegger kicks it off towards his teammate. Almost got a chance off the rebound. Koval up the attack. Koval to the point. Sagers with the shot. That one's going to be covered up by Bernhardt once again. And another face-off coming up as Gagnon was the one with the shot. Apologies there with 9:07 to go in the first period. Aces lead 1-0. Aces has it bounced back behind them to their own zone. Picked up by Basho. Uplegger able to pass it back to Campbell. This one to the neutral zone. Gagnon going from right side to left. Picked up again towards the side. Natchalenko's shot is blocked. He gets the rebound, kicks it across the ice. Olsen will try and pass it back behind the net. Quick shot broken up that time from Olsen. Olsen keeps it in the zone. Renegades come back up with it as it's back to the neutral zone again. The retreat to their own zone as the Windsor Aces go for the line change. 8:20 to go now in the first period. That one cleared into the Aces zone. Renegades go for the line change again. Ashkoff comes out. Coming in now, involved in that line is David Sally. This one passed along the boards. Aces trying to complete a line change. Sally has it as this one's going to be offsides as that one bounced all the way back to Sally, the blue line. We'll have a face-off once again in this matchup. So far, a total of 4 players for the Windsor Aces have scored goals. They win the face-off with 8 minutes to go directly on the clock. Passed up quickly to... That one bounced off the stick of Alex Sagers. Right now, North York trying to pass it around. This one will be brought up the ice this time by Jarvis. Jarvis has it poked away as this bounces to the corner. Picked back up by North York. Pass poked away inside the slot as this one's going to be passed up the boards by Hartig. This one back to the neutral zone. Campbell will track it down. Stopping is O'Shea. This one, the shot, that one stopped by Uplegger again. Still in the corner. Aces feeling a lot of pressure in the first period in their own zone with 7:13 to go in the first. Renegades forced to retreat to the neutral zone. Aces will have an air line change. So will the Renegades. They go right to one of the players straight out of the box in 40. On the boards, pressed against it is Thompson. Aces trying to get the puck back. This one bounces around the crease. Uplegger across from right to left. Able to stop that one. And this one will roll down the ice to the Renegade zone. That will be icing with 6:45 on the clock. Right now, the Windsor Aces in the midst of a 5-game swing, 5-game homestand rather, to start off 2018-19 in the Greater Metro Hockey League. After this, they head for the first road game on October the 5th and St. George. For this homestand, they've seen Tottenham for the first game with an 8-5 victory last week. Then you have this matchup against North York. Then they play Tillsonburg tomorrow. Then St. George and London next weekend. As the Renegades attacking again towards the slot. Pass towards the point. That one poked up towards the sky. Gagnon will now try and pass it out of the zone. Misses his intended target in Blokin. And that will be icing. 6:29 will now be on the clock in this 1-0 game. And so far for the season, at the top of the South Division standings coming into tonight, Niagara-on-the-Lake has had a 3-1 start, scoring 26 goals, allowing just 16. Kingsville 3-3. Along with North York, part of the undefeated club, 2 teams 2-0. Tillsonburg is the other one. This one battles on the board. Neutral zone, Gleason. This one now, Foti. That one was kicked away by Uplegger as Gleason gets it to Foti. Foti passes towards the slot, poked away. Bounced off a couple of different sticks. Here comes Blokin. Blokin up the right wing, going on the attack. Tries to wrap around, still trying to find a man. Tries to pass it to the slot, but missed his intended target in Nachalenko. This one bounces around to back to the neutral zone. Nachalenko clears it back, goes over top the net. 5:48 to go on the clock for the first period. North York kept in their own zone for the time being. Back to the neutral zone, back to North York zone. Windsor Aces complete a line change. As now North York resets. This one intercepted. Here comes Guilbeau. Guilbeau's shot is deflected away. This one picked up again and kicked around. That was Zack Hartig who tried to pass it up towards the sky. This pass back to the blue line bounces around as that will go for icing. We'll have a face-off in North York zone. And a lot of different players trying to continue off a good start for 2018-19 for the Windsor Aces after the first game. Of course, with this team, a lot of returning players. Total tonight, Total of 5 different players, pardon me, 6 who had experience in the GMHL in 2017-18. Here comes the 1-on-2. The shot by Lequot. That one was broken away. Campbell able to poke it away and come back up with it. Lequot towards the slot. That one pokes off the stick of McKenzie. Still around in the crease. Uplegger makes the stop and we'll have another face-off. About 5:14 to go in the first period. Both teams will go and change their lines once again. The face-off will happen with 5:10 set to the clock. Brendan McKenzie watches as Nachulenko, who had a strong start in the face-off dot the first game, win that one. Chased around by Guilbeau. Picked up by the North York Renegades. It's a 3-on-4 poked away. Tracked down by Thompson. Thompson tries to pass it back to the blue line. This one still kept in the zone. Still bounces around to the left side corner. McKenzie behind the net. 2 players setting up on the point. Poked off the puck. Guilbeau tries to poke it away. This one still bounces to the point. With the shot, that one goes wide to the left side of the crease. Blokin watches as the ace tracks it down. A player loses their helmet. Will have an air whistle. 4:26 to go in the first period. Losing their helmet on that one looked to be number 72, Brendan McKenzie. Both teams will go for a line change with that. With McKenzie, he has 1 goal, I should say, to his credit on the season. It was a game-winning goal. Also a penalty in the first 2 games for the Renegades. Puck in the Aces zone. Huge check from behind. Delayed penalty coming up on the play. It'll be against North York. Pushed up the puck is Koval. Sagers against the boards. Touched by North York. And here comes the power play, the first for the Windsor Aces tonight. The player going to the box after that big hit, Rick Pantling. For Rick Pantling, that draws the first power play opportunity of the night for the Windsor Aces. His first penalty of 2018-19. Aces will now see the face-off in the North York zone. It'll be Zach Guilbeau winning it for Windsor. Sagers trapped between 2 North York players. Campbell misses the pass. This is the pass opportunity at the point. Goes all the way back to Uplegger. Campbell now kicked on forward. Guilbeau pushes forward. 3-on-2 chance goes awry as it's offsides. 3:40 to go in the first period. 1:37 to go on the power play. Let's talk about Zack Hartig. He's playing his first game of 2018-19 for the Windsor Aces. He watches that face-off won by North York. Olsen able to stop that clear attempt. Campbell pressed against the boards by McKenzie. Aces now go for the attack. 90 seconds left on the power play. Cleared again, back to the neutral zone. Aces forced to reset. Sagers waiting from the right side, goes to the left. Up the ice goes Olsen, broken up off the puck. Kept in the neutral zone by Sagers. Sagers brings it into North York zone, up the right wing to Guilbeau. Guilbeau back to the point. Still skates, puts up a shot, that one blocked by North York. This one bounces back to the neutral zone in the clear attempt. Line change coming for the Renegades. 46 seconds to go on the power play. 2:47 in the period. Guilbeau skates around the side of the point. Goes alongside the red line. Bounces towards the point. With the shot, that one blocked. Still bounces around the crease. Second shot on the rebound, scores! Martin Koval with the rebound, able to kick it forward and get the second goal of the game, a power play goal for the Windsor Aces. It's the second goal of the night, making it 2-0 for the Windsor Aces. 2:33 is now on the clock with that goal. for Guilbeau. That is his first goal of 2018-19, his third overall point. Renegades will now try and respond. Kicking it up the ice. That was Mariani. Behind towards the slot. Putting up the shot is Gleason. That one caught by Uplegger for this face-off. Zachary Uplegger's been making stop after stop tonight. 2:18 is on the clock for the first period with that stop. Face-off won again by the Renegades, this time Askov. Guilbeau. Poked away from Guilbeau as the Renegades with the shot. This one covered up again by Uplegger. Michael Askov put the shot up and was covered up quickly by Uplegger. It will be another face-off in the Aces zone. Aces will go for a line change. That brings Alex Sagers to the face-off dot. Face-off won by the Renegades, but it bounces all the way to the neutral zone. Coulson puts it back in Windsor zone. Delayed penalty looking like it might be, pardon me. Apologies on that. Goaltender, of course, still in the crease, and Uplegger. Uplegger watches the shot bounce off his chest. This one passed towards the sideboards. Here comes Guilbeau. Guilbeau, saucer pass across. Up the ice goes Sagers. This one poked away from Sagers as North York battles against the boards. This one kicked back to the neutral zone. McKenzie passes it off the glass. They'll kick it back to the corner again. North York taking advantage with a line change. Hartig to the neutral zone on the pass. Guilbeau will bring it into North York zone up the right side. He'll swing around towards the slot, trying to go for the shot. That one unable to get the contact. Unable to get the proper one-timers. This one's passed back to the corner. Tracked down now by Sagers. Less than a minute to go in the first period. This one flipped up. Still behind the net battling is Blokin. Yaroslav Blokin able to pass it back to Campbell. At the point. Tries to pass it, trying to get a deflection. That one misses. This one's now going to battle in front of North York's bench. Renegades come back with it. North York watches as that one hits the roof. And that draws a face-off. 33.2 seconds to go in the first period. Windsor Aces currently lead 2-0 on we-tv.ca. And one has been a thrilling one so far. For future broadcasts for the Windsor Aces and for more for sports, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Windsor Aces. Speaking of following the Windsor Aces, they're on the attack, having it broken up in the Renegade zone. Under a minute to go in the first. Here comes the attack. Uplegger with the rebound. That one covered up. Zachary Uplegger drawing another face-off, standing on his head for the second game of the season. In the face-off dot now for the Renegades is the leading scorer in Santino Foti. Face-off won by Nachitolenko. Nachitolenko tries to pass it against the boards. Thompson was able to stop that one. Poked away, Noble able to still pass it off towards the point. This one covered up again by Uplegger for the save. And Uplegger continues to see a lot of pressure. Windsor will go for a quick line change. 4.6 seconds to go in the first on the clock. Face-off won by Guilbeau. Aces keep it against the boards, and that ends off your first period. The Windsor Aces lead 2-0 over the North York Renegades on we-tv.ca. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this short break. You're watching Windsor Aces hockey on we-tv.ca from the 80 Knox Herman Arena. Welcome back, everyone, to 80 Knox Herman Arena for more coverage of the Greater Metro Hockey League. The Windsor Aces lead 2-0 after the first period, as we're just moments away from the start of the second here on we-tv.ca. So far tonight, Zachary Uplegger has been standing on his head, making multiple stops in this one. So far, the goal scored for the Windsor Aces from Zach Guilbeau along with Martin Koval to start off tonight. A total of 4 assists have been given out in terms of the Windsor Aces goals as we're back underway from Windsor, Ontario. The Aces won the face-off as it's back inside their own zone. Renegades quickly on the attack. Gleason shot scores! Cameron Gleason on the quick shot in the slot makes it 2-1. That goal came just 12 seconds into the second period, right off the one face-off for the Windsor Aces. That is his 3rd goal of the season, his 6th total point on that shot in the slot. Just 12 seconds into the period. Aces this time win a second time for the face-off. Now in the Renegade zone, poked away from the own zone. Here comes Gleason again. It's now a 2-on-2. Broken up by the Aces. Gleason still tries to kick it around the boards. Guilbeau will pass it around the side of Gleason. Hartig brings it up to the neutral zone, but poked away. This one picked up by Askov. Whistle called, and we're going to have a face-off for offsides. That burned an extra about 28 seconds off the clock as both teams will go for a quick line change. With that, that's the 6th total goal allowed by the Windsor Aces in 2018-19 as the Renegades try and make it now 2-2. They're on the quick attack as Uplanker covers it up. And our face-off coming up inside the Aces zone with 19:13 to go in the second period. Now Tujalenko will win the face-off for the Aces as Koval was able to find Blokin. Blokin passes it forward to Gagnon. Gagnon to Blokin. Blokin shot into the glove. That one covered up by Jacob Bernhardt. Bernhardt able to make the stop and draw the face-off. That was a quick play from the Windsor Aces. For future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Windsor Aces. Aces won the face-off as this one kicked against by Blokin. This one now going to be moving against the left side. North York now on the attack. This is a 3-on-3. This shot misses the side of the net. Just past a minute into the second period. North York has it back in the neutral zone. This one kicked off the side of Gagnon. Gagnon still trying to track it down as this is still inside the neutral zone. Gagnon watches the puck poked away from his teammate. Here comes the attack. Foti poked off the puck as he has to try and pick it back up. Nachnalenko was able to break that one off the stick of him against the boards. Gagnon passes it up the middle. Here we go back to the neutral zone. This one cleared up right off Bernhardt. North York will reset again. Windsor with a quick line change. Here comes Noble. Noble on the attack on the left wing. Poked away as he's knocked back behind the net. This still is a big opportunity. That's Thompson. Passes it back now to Noble. Goes by Noble as the Aces have it once again. Skating backwards is Guilbeau. He'll clear it into the Renegade zone as he'll be covered up against the side of the net by Bernhardt. We'll have an hour face-off with 17:34 to go in the period. For those just tuning in, it is 2-1 for the Windsor Aces. Windsor Aces started off the first period with 2 goals to start off the night. Then the North York Renegades had a quick goal to start off their scoring for the second period. Just 12 seconds into the period with a goal provided by Cameron Gleason on a shot in the slot. Face-off won by McKenzie. He's able to have this one cleared all the way back to the Aces zone. Renegades try to go on the attack, but able to keep it inside the zone as McKenzie. This is back in the neutral zone. Aces defenders breaking up multiple passes as Sagers tries to saucer pass it. That one poked away. Thompson. McKenzie now has it behind his goaltender's net. Up to Thompson. This one now intercepted by the Aces again as they'll clear it to the corner. It's back to the Renegades zone. Delayed call. That could have been possible offsides. As this one's going to be cleared back to the corner. 16:46 to go in the second period. Diamonico has it poked away. Here comes Sagers up the left wing. Going for the shot. Rebound. This big opportunity missed. Went off the skates of Blokin. McKenzie passes it back to neutral zone. Diamonico will flip it up the side of Uplegger. As Campbell will kick it to his teammate in the defense, Mitchell Olsen. Aces now go back on the attack with 16 minutes to go, approaching that mark in the second period. Renegade zone. Chasing after alongside the boards. Here comes Foti. Foti on the rush. That one poked away. And a whistle called. And it looks like we have hooking coming up for a call. And this will send a man to the box for the Windsor Aces. That will be Mitchell Olsen, who will go to the box for the Aces, his first penalty kill of the night. For Olsen, it's his first penalty of 2018-19 for the Windsor Aces. 15:55 is on the clock. As now this is the first time tonight that the Renegades will have the power play. This one won by the Renegades, quickly cleared by the Aces. Under Joe Burney's senior system, they are known to go for the quick attack. They are not letting up some of that pressure inside the Renegade zone. Renegades now go on the attack. Thompson, huge check on the side of the blue line. Windsor quickly clears that one. Barnard able to reset it. Minute 30 to go on the power play. 15:22 on the clock. North York back on the attack. Rushing up the side. Going for the attack. Bounces around the crease. Quickly cleared away by the Aces. Kept inside the zone by Thompson. Flipped up towards the slot. Bouncing for the chance on the one-timer. Bounces around the crease. Uplegger covers it up. We'll have a face-off. And the pass set was set up by Basho to try to get to the one-timer. Now we have a face-off. A minute 6 to go is on the power play here in the second period. 15:01 to go in said period, as both teams will go for a line change. Sagers will go to the face-off dot for the Windsor Aces and win the face-off. This one kicked along the boards. Picked up by Birdie. Birdie sets up towards the right side of the slot. Passed on back. This one tracked down by Foti. Foti able to pass it along. This one to the point. 3 different Renegades up front. This one bounces around the crease. Chance for the shot. That one poked away. Foti will pass it back to the point. Basho watches as that one missed a chance to flick it away. Chance on the rebound. That one covered up again by Uplegger. And we'll have an air face-off after a huge opportunity on the shot for Mark Anthony LaCroix. He'll go off towards the bench for a line change with 28 seconds to go on the power play in the second period. 14:23 to go in the second. Face-off won by North York. They'll set up towards the top of the slot, picked off by the Aces. They'll go on the attack. It's a 2-on-2. Going to Sagers with the shorthanded shot, scores! Alex Sagers with the goal makes it now 3-1 on the shorthander. For Alex Sagers, that's his second goal in 2018-19, his 4th total point. And that makes it 3-1 with still 15 seconds to go on the power play. Last year had 40 goals, 43 assists. That was at the top of his team for the 2017-18 campaign. And now he's given his team a 2-goal lead. They'll reset the clock once again as there's still Approaching the midway point of the second period. 15 seconds is left on the power play. 14-10 will be put on the clock after the big goal set up on the beautiful pass to get it to Alex Sagers for the goal. Face-off won by Windsor. Cleared quickly from the outside. This one bounces around the blue line, kept in the neutral zone. This one cleared once again by Guilbeau. North York has it back to 5-on-5 hockey as Nacholenko misses the shot, bounces to the left side. Big check, Aces going to the attack again. Poked away from Hartig towards the slot. Here comes North York. And a huge check sliding around on the ice is Foti as a whistle's called. And it looks like Foti is holding on to around his mouth, and we got a whistle. As you can see, there is a penalty coming up, and it will be against the Windsor Aces. It will be Yaroslav Blodkin going to the box for his first penalty of 2018-19. He has 2 goals on the season that came in that first game of 2018-19 for the season opener. Of course, the Aces, if you're just tuning in, are in their second and third games this weekend of their first homestand, the first of 5 straight home games, 2018-19. Thompson sets up at the point. Goes back to Thompson with the shot. That one blocked. Sagers kicks it to the neutral zone. Forces North York to reset. McKenzie passes across the ice. That one bounces its way down. Gleason trying to pass it across to McKenzie. Uplegger covers it. And now there's a player on top of it, and a whistle's called. Lane Guilin is inside the crease, and a couple different Aces are having to break that one up. Minute 28 to go on the power play after the whistle. 13:06 to go in the period, as the Aces will go for a line change after that one. They're still trying to arrange the lines, in fact, right now, as it looks like they're going to bring Nacholenko to the face-off dot. He'll face off against McKenzie. Brendan McKenzie came into tonight with a goal on the season. As it looks like we now have a discussion on the side. Darrell Lloyd, I should say, apologies there, the head coach and some of the assistants now for the North York Renegades discussing things after the quick play. And now the officials are waving for a Windsor Ace player to go to the box. This might be interference. They're going to send Sean Gagnon to the box. That's leaving the coaching staff now for the Aces wondering what's going on here. There's now 2 players now for the Aces in the box. So it's going to be now, because of that, it looks like the call was interference, to be now a 5-on-3 for North York. McKenzie wins the face-off. Thompson towards the point. Shot from the point, bounces around, rebound. McKenzie can't poke it in. And a delay of game is the official call on that play in the crease. Thompson out the point. Skates around towards the slot. That one bounces towards the top of the slot. Bashko's trying to chase it down. McKenzie can't keep it inside the neutral zone as this rolls back. 53 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Thompson kicks it to Basho. This one flips over top the net and rolls all the way back to the neutral zone, to Renegade zone. Thompson brings it back up. Goes on the quick attack. Flips it up off the glass and the boards it goes. Bashko gets it to McKenzie. To Thompson. Poked away from Thompson. McKenzie keeps it alive. Bashko towards the slot. That one misses the net. Once again, Bashko with the shot. Rebound, score! Brendan McKenzie makes it 3-2 on the deflection to the right side of the net. Brendan McKenzie able to put his team back on the scoreboard. His second goal of 2018-19 will make it 3-2 and bring this back to a 5-on-4 with that goal. There will still be 47 seconds to go on the power play. North York going on the attack on the left side. Uplager watches as that one goes into his lap. He'll draw the face-off. Stephen Mariani was again the one who put up the shot from the point to set up the deflection from Brendan McKenzie. That face-off goes all the way back to the North York Renegade zone. 25 seconds to go on the power play for North York. 11:27 to go in the second. Here comes the attack from the Renegades again. And Uplager dives back on it for another face-off. As you see, it's 3-2 after that goal from McKenzie. As they'll set up our face-off. 14 seconds to go on the power play now for the North York Renegades. Right now, the Windsor Aces trying to keep it that way for at least this period. One last line change coming up from the Windsor Aces. As the face-off is won by the Renegades. Diving on top of it was Sagers, but coming back with it is North York. Sagers intercepted to the point. Slap shot. That one bounces around. Couple fans, that one was in. This one's behind the net. Still bounces around. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Huge check from Olsen. This one passed behind the net. Once again, bounced around the crease. Sagers breaks it up. Passes it to Nachinolenko. Nachinolenko watches as Blokin brings it up the right side. Blokin with the shot misses. Bounces around. Still looking for the puck, and a whistle's called. And it looks like we're going to have a face-off. The Aces are wondering what's going on here with 10:41 to go in the second. Going to bring this face-off all the way back towards center ice nearby. All the way back, in fact, to the North York zone. Sagers will go back to the face-off dot. Wins it for Windsor. Able to beat Sally for that face-off. Spinning around is Labjay. Windsor will go back on the attack. Nachinolenko tracks it down to the corner. This one we brought up now by Sally after the interception. Kicks it back against the boards. He'll track it down himself. Sally. Back behind the net towards the slot. That one bounced around. Still trying to pass it towards the point. Colson keeps it inside the zone. Halfway to go in the second period. Guilbeau passes it up. Nachinolenko calls for it. This one shot from the right side, point misses. Gagnon will keep it inside the Renegades zone. Renegades now have it. Two Renegades players up the ice. Pass back to the point to Colson, broken up. And it's a breakaway opportunity. Here comes Hartig, poked off the puck. Unable to take advantage of the opportunity. Aces still have it inside North York zone. They went for the line change at that time. Hartig floats it again towards the net, misses. This one again, this one blocked. North York still trying to clear it. Blokin towards Sagers with the shot, scars. Alex Sagers able to put it in the glove pocket to make it 4-2, his second goal of the day. And the Windsor Aces continuing to show their strong offense to start 2018-19. That makes it 4-2 with 9:11 to go in the second period. Alex Sagers continuing the strong attack. Remember, he was the leading goal scorer and points getter as there is a change in goaltenders now for North York. Coming into the net for his second appearance of 2018-19 will be Joseph Pierce. Pierce is going to come into the game. Apologies for that. Pierce, in his one appearance so far, 28 saved and a shutout. That was in the first game of the season for North York. North York has it inside of the zone. Passed up the ice. Here comes Noble. Noble 3-on-3. Towards the slot. McKenzie's pass is broken up. And Noble loses his helmet. We're going to have a whistle and an air face-off. 8:49 to go after the second goal of the game for Alex Sagers. Right now, North York trails to the hometown Windsor Aces 4-2 here in Greater Metro Hockey League action. For future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Windsor Aces and the Greater Metro Hockey League. Back to action again as North York wins in our face-off. This is kicked to the Aces zone. Trying to clear it out is the Aces. Tracking it down, Sagers. This one skated around by about, looks to be setting it up. Missing the chance to the point as this one rolls all the way back to North York's own zone. Birdie will set it up and reset. Line change for the Renegades. Thompson leads it up the middle of the slot. 4 different players. Right now, Windsor's defense spread. No rebound attempt optioned. This one cleared all the way back to Pierce. Able to pick it up, though, for the Aces is Guilbeau. Aces, 3 different players available. Passing it towards the slot. That one misses. Unable to get a proper shot off there with 7:51 now on the clock for the second. Here's Gleason with the shot off the pads. This one passed to the point. Kicked around by Basco. Bazo tries to pass it towards the slot. This one passed back to the point. Forces North York to reset. Thompson finds Gleason. Gleason towards the slot. Quick shot. Glove save. Stop. And we'll have an air face-off because of the brilliance of Zachary Uplegger tonight. Zachary Uplegger's been making a heck of a lot of saves tonight here on we-tv.ca, keeping the Aces into this one. 4-2 is the score with 7:24 to go in the second. Face-off won by Nachnolenko. Renegades come back up with it, though. Here comes Patton. Patton, shot from the point, misses. This one picked up again. Poked away from Foti. Gagnon's pass bounces off the stick of Blokin. Blokin will track it down behind the net towards the slot. That one poked away from Gagnon. That goes all the way back to the neutral zone for the reset. Windsor forced to track back to their own zone as this one's flipped up towards Blokin as this one's going to bounce off Pierce. He'll cover it up and draw the face-off. North York will take advantage with an error line change. For the North York Renegades, as we mentioned, they're on a 2-game road trip. First with Windsor here September 22nd, then tomorrow afternoon, they take on the Kingsville Kings. That puck drops at 3 p.m. Eastern time for them. Then they go back home to take up Tottenham on September 29th. Face-off won by the Aces. Aces went for the quick shot, not able to get a good opportunity. This one kept in the zone by a sliding poke check. Here comes North York. Bounced off the puck is Sally. Sally bouncing around, tries to pass it up. This shot goes off the side. 6:26 to go in the second. Bouncing around the slot. Chasing after it is Birdie. Aces now have it again. Spinning around is Guilbeau. Finds Sagers along the left wing. Passed it on back. Hartig. From the face-off dot, that one stopped by the pads. North York picks it back on up as they'll go on attack. 4-on-3. Up the wing goes Birdie. Birdie passes it off the pads. Rebound poked away. Kicked away off the pads there by Uplager, and his teammate clears it back to the neutral zone. Both teams will go for the line change as Thompson has it. 5:38 to go in the second. Thompson passes it back. North York trying to set up towards the slot. That one deflected up by the Aces. Rolls back to the neutral zone as it will be brought up by Blokin. Blokin poked away from the puck. As North York will go back on the attack. Haskov ended up clearing it back into the zone. Aces have it back in the neutral zone. As Gagnon bounces it off the puck. Puck bounces around still. Chasing after now is Nachalenko as the Renegades have it again. Trying to pass it around towards the slot. That one poked away. Trice tracking it down. Campbell on the side of the net. Uplager still trying to spot it. His teammate, the captain, Alex Campbell, able to pass it to Gagnon. Gagnon finds Hartig. Blokin tracks it around. That one now in the slot. Gagnon shot block. And we have an air face-off as the officials break that one up. Once again, officiating crew tonight, Ken Wilson, Dave Fedek, and Tim Brooks. Keeping this game as calm as can be with 4:34 to go in the second. 4-2 is your score. Going for the face-off once again will be Zach Guilbeau, a former Leamington Flyer. He loses the face-off to North York as that one's flipped up into the meshing above the top of the benches for Windsor. Well, now a quick face-off with 4:31 now on the clock. And it's been a game of offense so far. A lot of pressure being brought by both sides. North York will bring the pressure now. Mariotti's pass broken up. North York has it. Windsor has it. Goulin. Passed alongside. This one back to the neutral zone. 3-4 Aces in the zone. Now along the boards. Here comes Hartig. Hartig unable to get a quality shot. Passed across the slot. Rebound shot by Sagers. That one covered up. And we'll have another face-off after the stop by Joseph Pierce. And it's 4:03 to go in the second period as now the Renegades go for another quick line change. Aces will keep the same line. Lots of fans making the trek here tonight to 80 Knox Harmon Arena here in Windsor, Ontario. A great atmosphere for hockey as they'll have Tilsonburg in town tomorrow. Aces from the point had that one blocked. Here comes North York. 3-on-3 opportunity as Birdie rushes up the wing again. Stops, trapped behind the net. Tries to pass it to the crease as Uplager covers it up. He'll have an air face-off. As you can see, it's 3:43 to go in the second period. 4-2 is your score. So far, the Aces have had a strong offensive start with the first two goals. Then a quick goal to start the second period ended up happening from Cameron Gleason for the North York Renegades. Alex Sagers was able to add the shorthanded goal onto that score. There was also a power play goal mixed in from North York. North York back on the attack. Towards the point, that one broken up. Here comes Sagers. Nachalenko was the one to clear it around as that bounces around to Gagnon. Gagnon can't keep the stick on that one. This one bounces back to neutral zone. Nachalenko tries to kick it back. Diamonico able to pass it back. McKenzie loses the puck. He goes back behind the net once again. Pressed against the boards by Olsen. Aces pick it back up with Yaroslav Blokin. Tries to go cross ice pass. That one bounces all the way back to North York zone off their own stick. Gagnon pushed up the puck. Diamonico up the ice. He's tripped up. Delayed penalty coming up, and we have a whistle. And that will send Zack Hartig to the... that will send off Yaroslav Blokin to the box. That will mean another power play opportunity for the North York Renegades. The North York Renegades trying to keep up the pressure. As you can see, Power play, 2 minutes, 2-minute minor for tripping. 2:52 to go in the period. That will mean we'll have the power play up to about 52 seconds to go in the second. Thompson has the passes bounce around. Campbell clears it alongside the boards, kept in the zone by Thompson. This one now back to the neutral zone. Here comes Guilbeau, up the left wing. Flips it up to himself. That one goes off of Pierce. North York will reset as that burns about 20 seconds off the clock. Gleason heads towards the slot. That one poked away as this one's now on the right side. Goes back to Thompson at the point. Back on to McKenzie. Pass broken up now once again by Windsor. They'll clear it once again. 2 minutes to go in the second period. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go on the power play. Bring it up the ice this time. Basso. Pass to the corner. 2 different players make it 3 in the area. And the pass goes off the mark. North York will go for a line change as Pierce kicks it back to the neutral zone. Bounces all the way to the slot. Big chance. Big shot. Big cover up by Uplegger. Adrian Birdie had an opportunity with the breakaway on his stick, and it was covered up quickly by Uplegger. A huge stop to keep this 4-2. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Nachnolenko won the draw, but got it straight to the Renegades. This one alongside the boards, tracked down by Askov. Askov to the point. Now gets it to Birdie. Birdie trying to get deflection, poked away. That one went wide of the net on the deflection. Foti gets the pass back off the side, pads that one with first stop. This one will bounce back to Foti. Birdie waits on the point. Foti passes along. 4 seconds to go in the power play. Under a minute to go in the second. Bertie from the point. Gagnon tries to poke it. Cross ice pass across the slot. Can't get an opportunity. Aces have it back. Up the ice now goes Blokin. Guilbeau poked away. Gagnon with the shot. Blokin tried to deflect it. And we'll have our face-off. 31.8 seconds to go in the second. That was Guilbeau on both opportunities, as that will lead to a face-off once again. Right now, the Windsor Aces still lead 4-2 with 31.8 seconds to go in the second. Windsor Aces looking to start off 2018-19 2-0. In 2017-18, having a strong start as well. Aces now on the attack. Campbell from the point. Deflection, gets the rebound, scores! And the net is thrown off and away as the Aces lead 5-2. Yaroslav Blokin was in the crease, ready for that rebound, and helps secure the goal. That will make it now 5-2 with 26.6 seconds to go in the second. If credited to Blokin, that will be his third goal of 2018-19. It is 5-2, not 55-2 with 28.6 seconds to go in the second. Renegades quickly win the faceoff. Aces able to break up the opportunity. Guilbeau passed against the boards. Sagers tries to chase it. Sagers passes across the crease. This one picked up. O'Shea kicked it up. And that was credited to Alex Seegers for the hat trick tonight as the end of the second period comes. Alex Seegers with the hat trick makes it 5-2 as we are 40 minutes into the action. Way back after a quick break for the third period. Tonight's coverage of the Greater Metro Hockey League from Windsor, Ontario. I'm Justin Prince. Welcome back to the third period. The Windsor Aces lead 5-2 in tonight's matchup against the visiting North York Renegades. For those wondering so far, that last goal before the end of the period was credited officially now to Yaroslav Lokin. Alex Sagers was given the first assist on that last goal, as the North York Renegades won the faceoff and are now on the attack. Gleason passes it back to the left side corner. This one passed against the board. Gleason tries to push it towards the slot, broken away. Aces still feeling the pressure in their own zone. This one passed from side to side. Aces scattering the play. Broken up again, trying to get it to Hartig. And we have a whistle call because of an error face-off drawn by the goaltender, Zachary Uplegger. Zachary Uplegger, after 40 seconds, draws the first face-off of the third period for tonight's action on we-tv.ca. The Windsor Aces in the North York Renegades undefeated coming into tonight. Windsor Aces have the puck after the face-off. Basho lost the puck. Gagnon pushes it back to neutral zone. This one kicked back into Windsor's zone. Tracking after it is McKenzie. Now along back into the corner. Nachidolenko tries to pass it from side to side. Tracked alongside by Sagers. Sagers kicks it against the boards. This shot put up with the pads. Second chance was blocked as it goes back to neutral zone. And we have a whistle call because the clearing attempt goes off into the benches. We'll have an air face-off with 18:43 to go in the third period. Both teams will go for the line change here. As so far tonight, the goals have been credited to Zach Guilbeau with 1, 2 going to Alex Sagers, 1 to Yaroslav Blokin, as well as 1 for Martin Koval for the Windsor Aces. They win the face-off. It goes all the way back to the corner in their own zone. Koval tracks it down. Passed up by Hartig. Hartig couldn't pass it up. That one bounced towards the slot as Hartig goes from side to side. 2-on-2 opportunity. Sagers tries to pass it up. This one bounces around the crease. This one picked up by the Renegades. Up the ice goes Bertie. Bertie, the shot off the pads. Aces get it away from their goaltender. Pressed against the boards is Guilbeau as they battle on. Poked away by North York. About 18 minutes to go in regulation at 80 Knox Herman Arena. The Windsor Aces still feeling the pressure. Trying to pass it out of their own zone. Picked off. Trying to go down low. That shot deflected away. David Sally's shot deflected. David Sally back with it. Sally knocked off the puck. Campbell will push it on for to Gagnon. Gagnon checked off the puck. This one bounces off the goaltender. This one will bounce all the way back along into North York zone. Patton tracks it down. Rushing after it is Blokin as there's the face-off drawn by Joseph Pierce. And now back to the face-off dot once again with 17:24 to go in the third period. Right now the Windsor Aces have had everything come up Aces so far tonight as the face-off's won by said Aces. Hartig. Shot deflected up. Campbell tries to keep it in the zone, knocked to the neutral zone. Gleason now has the puck. Passed on up, kicked off by Olsen. Here comes Bertie on the rush. Bertie, the shot scores! And putting in the shot right between the wickets on the wrist is Bertie. Adrian Bertie able to put in the goal, his first of 2018-19. That makes it 5-3 for the Windsor Aces. For the Brampton, Ontario native, last season in 27 games of appearances had 4 goals and 7 assists. That's his first of 2018-19. They're putting on the pressure meanwhile. Thompson poked away from the point. Windsor Aces on the opportunity. Here comes the 2-on-1. Up the ice. Guilbeau's shot poked away. Picked up by Hartig. Side to side. Bounces to the point. Kept in the zone by the Aces. Blocked, trying to get it towards the slot. Poked off the side of Sagers as here comes North York. North York 2-on-2. Forte knocked off the puck, drawing the whistle, and we'll have an error face-off. Zachary Uplager drawing that face-off with 16:27 to go in the third period. A 2-goal game. The pressure is on here at 80 Knox Herman Arena. Windsor has the puck. North York keeps it up on the attack. Puck bounces around to the left side boards. McKenzie tried to pass it to Lacroix. Here comes now the Aces. Blokin up the right wing. He'll push it towards the goaltenders. That's covered up by Joseph Pierce once again for a face-off. Of course, with North York, they've been wearing their red, yellow, and black jerseys tonight. The Windsor Aces wearing the cream, green, and yellow jerseys. They have the puck. Nachilenko tries to get the shot. Kicked off the pads. This will roll back to the neutral zone to Olsen. Olsen to Campbell. Campbell across the ice. Past the neutral zone. Doesn't reach its mark. North York back on the rush. 3-on-2. Poked away. Olsen trying to help track that behind the net. McCrill passed it along. Gagnon off the boards it goes. Tracked down now by Blokin. Blokin surrounded by 3 different players of the Renegades. He'll skate around, waits for his teammates as they go for the line change. He kicks it back to the corner with 15:20 on the clock. Now a quick shot covered up quickly by Pierce. We'll have an hour face-off. That shot by Alex Sagers. And Alex Sagers has had a heck of a night tonight. The 2 goals, the 1 assist so far to help his team with a 5-3 lead. Face-off won by Askov. Behind the net, poked off the stick of Adrian Birdie. This one to the corner. Koval keeps it inside the zone on the blue line. Sagers poked off the puck once again. North York goes back on the attack. The stick of Guilbeau taken away. Big chance poked off. Martin Koval breaks up the opportunity for Alexander Noble. North York retreats back to their own zone. Birdie alongside the boards. Passes it up the ice. Noble checked up the ice. Now Hartig will pass it back. Still in the Aces zone. Guilbeau feeling pressure from behind. Poke checks away from Askov. This one now passed along to Gulen. Gulen kept inside by Birdie. Now Noble passes it against the boards. Aces have it back again. 2-on-2 opportunity. Poked off the puck is Guilbeau with 14 minutes to go in the period. Back to the neutral zone it rolls. 4 different Aces surround the man with the puck as that's covered up. We'll have an hour face-off as Zachary Uplager catches the shot from Stephen Mariani. 13:53 to go in regulation tonight. As now Foti will move to the face-off dot. He's able to try and get it to his team. This one bounces around the crease. Aces poke it on away. Chance once again in the slot. Sets it up for Mariani. That one kicked away. Back to Mariani. Mariani poked away at the top of the slot. This is back in the neutral zone. Here comes Blokin. Blokin with the shot. That one kicked off the glass. And back to the neutral zone. 2-on-2 along the boards. Foti pushed off the puck. Now towards the corner. Now to the top. That one blocked. Campbell can't get the stick back on it. Blokin, pass intercepted. Gleason, top of the slot, goes wide. Picked up by North York as Gleason has it again. 13 minutes to go in the third. This puck will roll from end to end. Tracked down now as this is passed up the boards. 2-on-2. Picked up by Gagnon. Gagnon flips it up, can't get anywhere. Nachalenko can't get the stick back on it as here comes North York. It's a 1-on-3, broken up this time by Guilbeau. Hartig passes it against the boards hard. Able to find Guilbeau. Guilbeau's pass intercepted. North York completes the line change. 2-on-3 up to a 3-on-3. Battle at the blue line. Back to the neutral zone. Birdie will skate around. Birdie passes it off the boards. That resets the play in the Aces zone. LaCroix with the quick shot. That one deflects up, and it's off into the bench. We'll have a face-off to the right side of the goaltender, Zachary Uplegger. 12:07 to go now in the third period. McKenzie will set up for the face-off against Alex Sagers. Sagers won the draw. Winning the face-off, though, was North York. This one bounces around the boards. Along the outside corner. Pushed down is McKenzie as the Aces push it up the ice. Whistle called, and we'll have an air face-off. Looks like that puck went into the meshing as it tried to go alongside the glass to get from the top of the screen of your screen up towards the bottom side. Let's we'll have an air face-off with 11:49 on the clock for the third period. And we have a face-off violation, a redraw coming up way too quickly on that one was David Sally. That will move into the face-off dot, Lucas Jaras. Aces win the draw. They bring it out of their own zone as pushed off the puck. Askov puts it back into the Aces zone. Rolls behind the net. Hartig waits on the right side. Aces pass it to the neutral zone. Bounces off the stick of Sagers. This one pressed against the penalty boxes. North York has it back. Juras back into the Aces zones with that push forward. Campbell passes against the boards. Finds Guilbeau. Guilbeau against the blue line. Picked on up by North York again. Juris passed it on back to Sally. Here comes Sally. Deeks once, Deeks twice. Poked off the puck. Doesn't reach the crease. Skating around with the puck now is Juris. That one passed up, deflected away. And another huge stop by Zachary Uplegger. Voti found the point. Voti trying to get the pass back, picked off by Campbell. Campbell skates it back into the Renegade zone. Approaching halfway to go in the third period. And a whistle called. And it looks like the net has been knocked off its moorings as it will be inside North York zone. The Windsor Aces will take advantage with the face-off. For the Windsor Aces, their next game is tomorrow night as they continue a 5-game straight homestand to start 2018-19. It'll be Tilsonburg in town. Puck drop 7:30 p.m. Eastern time against the Tilsonburg Hurricanes. Speaking of Hurricanes, that one goes up towards the sky and tries to reach the clouds as we'll have an hour quick face-off. For the Tilsonburg Hurricanes, won their most recent game 8-6 against St. George. That one bounces against the back of the net. That one caught in the back meshing is now battling for it is North York. Vasco passes it off one of the officials. Cleared back to the North York zone. Picked up in the neutral zone. That shot's blocked. Second shot blocked. Off the blockers that one went. Vasco with the shot off the pads. Fourth chance kicked away towards the corner. Guilbeau now tries to track it down. This one now comes in the stick of Guilbeau. Back to the neutral zone once again to Gleason. Along the side, Tabasco. Battling inside the neutral zone. This is going to be whistle called. It will have been our face-off. It'll be offsides alongside the blue line with 9:38 to go in the third. For future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Windsor Aces. The Windsor Aces look to start off 2018-19 2-0. They win the faceoff, and they try and push it forward in the neutral zone. Birdie now has it. Birdie off the boards. Birdie slips down. Sagers has it. Birdie still tracks down. Noble trapped in the corner. This one covered up quickly by Zachary Uplegger to reset. About 30 seconds ticked off the clock as we'll have 9:18 to go in the third. McKenzie goes back to the face-off dot to take on Sagers. McKenzie wins the face-off. Thompson, quick shot, rebound, bounces up. Over top the net, that one goes. Skating around is McKenzie. McKenzie over top the glove of Uplegger. Still kept alive by North York. Campbell will track it to the corner. Kicks it up the ice. This one pushed on forward now by Hartig. And we'll have an quick face-off due to icing with 8:53 to go. Now the face-off will draw an air line change for the North York Renegades. Both teams making quick adjustments. Moving to the face-off dot will be Zach Guilbeau, the former Leamington Flyer and a Windsor County native. Quick shot by Sally goes into the mesh. And now draw an air face-off, and it looks like David Sally thought he had a perfect opportunity on his stick on that shot. Face-off, won by the Aces this time. Here comes Hartig. Hartig passes it along the boards. That will allow the reset. Aces keep up the pressure to the point. Olsen to Campbell. Campbell with the shot. Covered up by Pierce. We'll have an air face-off. As you see on your screen, 8:29 to go in the third period. 5-3 is your score for the Windsor Aces if you're just tuning in on we-tv.ca. The Aces are going for the line change and are continuing to have a strong offense. 8-5 in their first game, total of 13 total goals, and about 1 and 2/3 pure games. Kept inside the Renegade zone. Olsen at the point with the shot. Pierce covers it up. We'll have an hour face-off. To re-elaborate, 8-5 was the score last week against the Tottenham Steam to win their first game of 2018-19. That was now making it a 3-0 record against Tottenham in the GMHL. Renegades complete a line change with 8:13 to go on the clock. Moving to the face-off dot is Gleason. Face-off, won and picked up by Gleason in the Renegades. Pass picked on up and blocked that time by Koval. Renegades keep up the attack on the right wing. Going towards the slot, poked in around, second chance. Gleason couldn't put it in. Gleason has it poked away by Koval. Gleason still deking his way around. Back to the top to Thompson with the shot deflected up to the glass. Gleason back with it. Pass behind the net towards the slot. That one misses its intended target. Passed up towards the neutral zone. This is a big chance for Guilbeau. That was Blokin with the shot off the pads with 7:30 to go in the period. Quick slap shot deflected up to the sky. Foti able to get it into his glove, and will have an air face-off. Santino Foti had once again came into tonight with 4 goals and an assist in 2018-19. First season GMHL action for him. As a whistle's called, we'll have an air face-off. McKenzie was the one in the face-off dot. That will move Mark Anthony Lacroix back into the dot. Sagers wins the face-off for the Aces. Campbell to Sagers. Guilbeau. Along the ice goes Hartig. Hartig flips it up over top the glove of Pierce. This will roll its way back to the neutral zone. Campbell's deflection off the glass. Kicked on for now by Guilbeau. Sagers tries to track it down. Kept inside the zone by Hartig. Huge check that time by Hartig. Guilbeau will bring it up the left side. Guilbeau with the nice wrister deflected. Here comes McKenzie up the ice. McKenzie off the chest this time of Uplegger. 6:37 to go in the third. Up top, off the pads of Uplegger as it goes into the mesh. And we'll have an air face-off. Both teams will go for a quick line change here at 80 Knox Herman Arena. In 2018-19, the Aces look to continue to try and start a very strong start to the franchise. Just below 500 in 2017-18 was this squad. And a whistle called, as it looks like they will now reset for that face-off. Diamonico wins it. Patton kicks it down to behind the net. Trying to pass it around, bouncing around is Pantling. Battle for the puck against the boards. Pantling passes it down. Pass back to Pantling as he kicks it to the corner. Pressed against the boards now. 3 different players in the area. Pantling puts up a shot off the side of the net. It goes. This one will be picked up at the point. Shot deflected away. Aces still trying to get it out of their own zone. That one kicked to the corner. Now picked up by Mitchell Wilson. He'll bring it up himself. Passes it off the boards. Allows the Windsor Aces to go for the quick line change. 5:50 to go in the third period. Aces still finishing the line change. 3-on-2. Make it 3-on-4. Guilbeau presses his man against the board. Sanger's in the zone as well. Still battling for it is Guilbeau. Guilbeau passes it on forward. Gets now to Guilbeau. Guilbeau's pass is broken up. Player still searching for it as it's now tackled upon by Guilbeau. 4, 5 different players go for a poke check party. Picked up by Windsor. Guilbeau will bring it up. Has a trailer of 2 different Aces. Guilbeau has it poked away. Flipped up to the neutral zone. Line change coming from the Renegades. Renegades trying to keep it in the zone. Here comes Guilbeau. Guilbeau will pass by Birdie. Guilbeau towards the slot. That one covered up. We'll have a face-off. That makes it 4:48 to go in the third. Still a 2-goal game with both teams making quick line changes. The pressure has been on all night long here in Windsor, Ontario on a beautiful Saturday evening. Moving to the face-off dot will be Evgeny Nechnolenko as he loses the face-off this time. Gleason tracking down with McKenzie. Gleason will try and pick up the pass behind the net. McKenzie picks it up against the left side boards. McKenzie passed along to Gleason. Back to McKenzie. Hartig tries to break it up, trying to get it to the defenseman. McKenzie still against the boards. Campbell flips it down to Hartig. Hartig will bring it up the right side. Can't deflect it away. Nechnolenko was able to kick it to the corner with 4:10 on the clock. Few more opportunities left for North York. Mariani unable to pick up the pass after the poke check coming this time from Campbell. Campbell keeps it himself. Line change from North York. They apply the attack. Here comes the rush. Forte shot blocked. Second chance covered up by Uplegger. And we'll have another face-off as he caught it in his glove with 3:46 on the clock. Both teams will go for another line change. Zachary Uplegger has been unbelievable tonight for the Windsor Aces. Nechnolenko unable to win the face-off as Forte gets it. That one from the slot, poked on away. Blokin kicks it to the neutral zone. Sagers along the penalty boxes. Dekes it around, poked away. Forte able to help break that up. Here comes the Renegades again. Up towards the slot, poked away this time by Guilbeau. Campbell will flip it over top the head of Blokin as this will go all the way back into North York zone. No icing on that one. Lacroix. Pass it along to the neutral zone. Aces have it again. Guilbeau will just try and clear this to the corner. 3 minutes to go. Pass deflected to try and pass it to the slot. Renegades bouncing around. Foti. Pass intercepted by Sankers. Goes to the other side. Guilbeau trails it around. Pass to Sankers. Can't get the wrist shot. Here comes the Renegades again. It's a 2-on-3. The shot goes in the glove of Uplager. He covers it up. We'll have an error face-off as Foti trying to put that shot away. 2:35 to go in the third period. Windsor going for another line change with the pressure continuing on here in Windsor, Ontario. Face-off won by the Renegades. Nachalenko, though, able to get it back from McKenzie. Here comes Hartig. Cross-ice pass. Kept inside the neutral zone. Hartig trying to get that pass deflected away. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the third. Foti gets it to McKenzie. Bounces off a stick. Campbell kicks it back to neutral zone. North York forced to reset again. And a huge check that time. You see in the edge of your screen for Basho. And a whistle called around the blue line with McKenzie on one knee. Both team, the Aces rather, go for the line change. And we'll have an hour face-off coming up. Couple of different players coming out for the defensemen for the North York Renegades. McKenzie will go to the dot. Won by McKenzie. Thompson brings it into the Aces zone. Along the boards, tracked down by Gleason. Gleason with a check off the puck. Gleason to McKenzie. Huge check on Gleason. Thompson with the shot at the top of the slot. That one misses. Now tracked around the glass. Blokin. Diamonico shot off the pads. Second chance. Top of the slot. Kicked behind the net. Water bottle goes off the top of the meshing. 90 seconds to go in the third. This falls back out of the neutral zone. All the way back. Empty net opportunity now for North York. The goaltender and Joseph Pierce is now on the bench. Line change for North York. Windsor keeps the pressure alive, trying to get the goal, the dagger goal. Another attack from North York. Around the crease, around the side. Birdie keeps it in the zone. Towards the slot, that pass misses. Picked back up to the point. Pass towards the slot, trying to go across the ice. That shot blocked. This one behind the crease. Pressed against the boards, battling for McKenzie. McKenzie, the pass picked off. Here comes the Aces. They'll clear it along the boards. 40 seconds to go. That will be icing, and it's still going to be an extra man on the ice for North York. 5-3 your score, 40.1 on the clock for the third period as the Windsor Aces try and hold on to win 5-3. Timeout called on the ice as both teams will discuss things here. As you see now on your screen, the coaching staff of the Windsor Aces, led by head coach Joe Burney Sr., along with his assistants trying to get his team together. For the other side, Darnell Lloyd is trying to lead his team in a huddle. Both of them drawing up plays. Lloyd bringing out the clipboard right now. As you right now can see, the Windsor Aces leading this one 5-3. Once again, the Windsor Aces take on the Tillsonburg Hurricanes tomorrow night, September 23rd. Puck drop is at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on we-tv.ca. For all future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces, please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Windsor Aces. McKenzie will take on Guilbeau for the faceoff. McKenzie wins the faceoff, bounces around the slot. Tracked down now, this time by Thompson. That shot bounces around for the rebound. Second chance broken up by the Aces. Kept in the zone by Bertie. Along the boards is Goulin. Poke check party as Sagers joins in on the fun. Trapped in the back, 16 down to 15 seconds to go. Not enough time, I don't know. Whistle called as that one's covered up, and we have a fight. Officials quickly breaking it up all behind the crease. 4 different players go for a hugging party, make it 5. 2 other ones broken up by some of the officials. That's on the left side of your screen, breaking up Ken Wilson. Dave Fedek also trying to calm things down to the right side of your screen. Pardon me, Tim Brooks. You can see the happiness from some of the fans tonight with 9.6 seconds to go with the whistle in the 3rd period. Anything can happen though in hockey. Both teams will go for the line change. Windsor Aces still lead 5-3. Sent to the box after that shoving party will be Zach Guilbeau. That will mean they'll have a power play for North York. Remember, there's still an empty net opportunity as well, so they'll bring a grand total of 6 forwards on this attack. Pardon me, they'll keep it now with the man to the box now sent along with that. Apologies there. That's going to bring McKenzie to the box as well. 2-minute minors for each. Still trying to sort things out with the penalties. They're going to send Alex Sagers now to the box. And they're still trying to figure this out. They're going to shift a second player now, it looks like, over from the north to the North York box. So it's going to be 2 players in the box for each. Windsor listed on the scoreboard right now with 2 different players in penalties. Now both for North York. All from that pushing and shoving party. All with 9.6 seconds to go in regulation. That brings the face-off to the neutral zone. Outside Aces territory. Campbell wins the face-off. Just misses the doors of the bench. And with that, the Windsor Aces have a whistle called with 1.8 seconds to go. And all the players in the boxes given 2-minute minors, it appears here. 1.8 seconds to go. Roughing is the calls for some of the players. O'Shea will now go to the box for North York. So it is a penalty box party, as you can see from both sides, a combined total of 5 different players sent to the box now in this one. And a confusing end to this one tonight. But overall, the Windsor Aces, if things hold on, will come our way with a 2-0 start. And that does it. The Windsor Aces win 5-3 to move to 2-0 for the 2018-19 campaign. A heck of a night for the Windsor Aces offense, as well as their goaltender, Zachary Uplager, stopping multiple shots throughout the night tonight, allowing just a total of 3 goals. He deserves a lot of those hugs for tonight's action. One last time for future games and broadcasts of the Windsor Aces. Please go to www.we-tv.ca to follow the Aces. Your final score tonight, 5-3 the final. For the rest of our crew here at we-tv.ca, I'm Justin Prince, saying so long from the Rose City. We'll see you tomorrow night here at 80 Knox Herman Arena.